In Book 3, Chapter 3, Smith considers the early history of cities and towns, and you can think of this as a companion piece to Book 3, Chapter 2 on the early history of agriculture. The chapter is titled, Of the Rise and Progress of Cities and Towns After the Fall of the Roman Empire. Smith notes that right after the fall of the Roman Empire, cities didn't do well at all. In fact, they contracted significantly. Yet in the broader and later history of Europe, a different theme emerges. Smith makes it quite clear that during medieval times and later on, cities won their independence and liberty earlier than did individuals who were working the land. Smith sees this as a key theme of European history. His account of the mechanisms here is not entirely clear. You have a lot of examples interspersed with some comments, but one of the arguments seems to be that in many cases, princes would delegate local power to cities in return for a share of the tax revenue, that the prince couldn't collect the tax revenue himself, he was too far removed from the people earning the money, but that nonetheless this kind of arrangement over time evolved to give cities a considerable degree of liberty and independence. Smith sees over time quite a number of European cities actually truly achieving order and good government, and he mentions in this regard the Italian city-states as making the breakthrough, places such as Genoa and Venice being the ones which came first. This here, of course, is a picture of modern Florence. Smith also draws a distinction between cities in France and England and elsewhere. In France and England, Smith argues, central government never really collapsed or deteriorated entirely, so you didn't quite have independent cities. You have different traditions, but nonetheless you have political bargains where French and English cities over time win the ability where they have to give consent in return, say, for agreeing to higher taxes, and that even in France and England we find repeated this general theme of the cities achieving liberty before agriculture.